Alright, I'm gonna ignore him and I'm gonna just pressure fight on the first fight on the point because he's gonna have to C9 because he doesn't have his ability, Cardiac Overdrive. Yeah, he's C9. Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. Today's video is a weekly gameplay of some tanking action. This series for the people that want to get better at tank. This is not going to be an easy series, not going to be simplistic stuff. There's going to be advanced stuff about tanking because tanking is the best role to carry and the best and the most difficult and the most complicated role in the entire game. One mistake in this role, can actually cost you not just the fight, but probably the game, and you're actually the most equipped, in my opinion. I would say that's support, but you're actually you're the only role in the game that actually can control the tempo and decide where fights take place. That's a very powerful thing to have. We're playing on Havana, so obviously always ban your things that you struggle in when you're tanking, things that you do not want to go deal with. I personally hate Ashe, so I'll always pick Ashe as my banned character. So thank God Ashe is banned, but unfortunately D.Va is also banned. But always when you start playing tank, always show that you're playing D.Va so your team at least isn't ban D.Va, so it increases the chances to having D.Va not banned. But obviously everyone and their mother in the enemy team picked D.Va, so D.Va is out of the question here. So when I say Havana, I really three tanks come into mind: D.Va, and after that Sigma and Ramattra. And depending on the matchup, and depending on the team comp, and depending on what the other team brings out to me, we're going to adjust and adapt our hero pick. Obviously, we have Ana, so right off the gate, and also Orisa is not the worst thing in the world here, but Sigma and Ramattra is my go-to always on this map after D.Va, of course. We're going to go with Ramattra. I really love going Ramattra here because two reasons. I have an Ana, and I love going on Ramattra. The wing condition is really strong, the Nano Annihilation. And number two is, this is a very sniper-dependent, sniper-dominant map, and Ramattra, the thing is with Ramattra, he can poke snipers, pressure snipers, but also brawl on the objective. So Ramattra is really one of the best tanks in the entire game for this map. And as you guys can see, we have a Widow, and they also have a Widow, and that is why they have double snipers and a Rhine, so we can pressure and brawl and poke, so. Somehow we need to okay, no hook on that Widow, so she's definitely doomed for death. And this guy's definitely dead. There's no way this Rhine is gonna get out of here alive. There's just no way. Unless he comes out the other way. Okay, unfortunately, but it happens. He's actually 1 HP. He's 1 HP. Yeah, there's no way. Okay, we won the fight. Like I said at the beginning, there's no way he gets out. There's no way you charge in that deep and expect your supports to keep you alive. Even if your supports kept you alive, they will definitely have to give up their life in return. And also, a really underrated tip: if you're going against a Widow when you also have a Widow, always ping the Widow. Gives an advantage to your Widow. We know there's a Rhine in the back line. Again, there's no way he's gonna get out of here alive. There's no way. It's impossible. Okay, maybe he will this time though. But again, they don't have a tank. I'm not really sure what this guy's doing. Alright. We're gonna take position. We're gonna set up on high ground. Never mind, we have sight, so we don't have to do that. Okay, we have Annihilation. That's why we love Ramattra. Where's that Ryan? This guy's a freak. There's a Ryan in the back line. I'm not really sure what this guy wants, what he's doing, so. Okay. I mean, the spawn is right there, buddy. Subtle ultimate. Alright, now we're going to dominate high ground. I'm going to show you guys the key to victory on this map. If you win the first fight on this point, always set up all the way over here. It's absolutely broken to control this choke. Ramattra. Okay, they all run away, unfortunately. Alright, at least we won the fight. We will be able to push this. It's really unlucky, though. Mauga is dirty. Mauga's dirty. It's actually... Because there's no counterplay. I cannot go D.Va here. Maybe Sigma, that's about it. I mean, he can just get a high and I'm gonna shield him. It's actually not the worst thing in the world. What the hell is this guy doing, though? Okay, but let's try to take the soldier out of the fight first, because we can control high ground. Yeah, nice. They have Bastion as well. Alright, now we can control this choke really well. If he ha-has, we're shielding, and that's it. There it is. Not really sure what this guy wants to do. Alright, I'm gonna ignore him, and I'm gonna just pressure fight on the first fight on the point, because he's gonna have to C9 because he doesn't have his ability, Cardiac Overdrive. Yeah, he's C9. Like, because he didn't want to hold the choke, the one place when he actually needed to hold the choke. So why even go to my backline when I can just force fight on point? Because the enemy team doesn't have frontline presence, and I do because I'm the tank and I have an Ana alive. So if he goes into my backline, if he wants to get a pick or two, he's gonna sacrifice the objective, and this is Overwatch, not Call of Duty. If you sacrifice the point, then you're gonna lose the game, buddy. All right, Bastion's out of the fight now, though. Thinking about going Sigma, but so far, like, there's no reason for me to switch because it's working out, and Ramattra is not the worst thing in the world against Mauga. Obviously, Sigma is much better, but as long as I can use shield when he ha-has, and you'll be fine. Unfortunately, they do have a lever. I feel like this guy just gave up, but that really sucks, especially when you record and you do good. Honestly, I'm mechanically rusty, but I make up with it with my game sense. I know, guys. I know that. I know that I'm not the best mechanically. I'm not as good as I used to before. Okay, clean first round, I would say. We even made the enemy team give up. It's really all about getting high ground. Never forget that high ground is really key. The thing is, I didn't even get to show you guys that how important the high ground is, because the enemy team didn't even try to keep high ground because they went for the Mauga switch. And I really don't understand this guy going Mauga. This Ryan from the beginning was kind of weird anyways, trying to go some Reddit Ryan, but unfortunately, we have to cut this game, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, guys, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with attempt. Honestly, I've lost count because I've lost count. One, I had someone who went Genji into Symmetra, Moira, Kiriko, Orisa, and I lost another game. Because I had a lever, and then like it was, I don't know. I've been trying to code for 2 hours now and been getting kind of unlucky with games, but hopefully we get better luck this time. All right, so let's see and identify the team. Defense band as always. Not news on this end, honestly, which is kind of unlucky. But Ashe is banned, so that's good. We don't have to worry about Ashe and Sombra. Sombra is not really the worst thing for me usually, but now usually I start on D.Va, but since that is not an option, we have an Ana with a Mercy, so we do have some sort of high ground control with the Soldier Pocket. He can control the high ground. We can control the first choke. So the way that I'd like to defend this is control the first choke for as long as possible, and then when they win that by flanking or whatever, we can re-engage the next fight after that, but with nano annihilation. That is a very win condition. That's why I really love playing Ramattra Ana whenever the chance presents itself. Obviously, it is risky, but yet again, we don't have a D.Va, so this is the best we've got. So let's see. Okay, Doomfist. All right. Okay, I messed up my shield. Nobody talked about that. Alright, we're gonna hold close because their tank is Doomfist, so Doomfist is no threat to me. If it's an Orisa, we're gonna hold a little bit in the back, but since it's Doomfist, and they have Widowmaker and Genji, there's no threat to my backline, so there's really no downside of playing aggressive here, so. Okay, now it's time to come back to my team. I need to go and hide though. Help my Ana, unlucky, but we actually cooked him here. Really good ability. Alright, he's 1 HP. I'm trying to rotate to high for the Widow, but okay, she's dead. We'll pressure the Life Weaver because if I push the Mercy, she's gonna get pulled, so. Alright, that's good. I let him punch me because I want to get back to my team. I need to reposition ourselves so we can Ana has her LOS on me. If I didn't ult there, I would have died, so great ultimate. Because think about it, it doesn't really matter ult or not because when I look at their team comp, I'm not gonna get a good ult anyways because Lifeweaver is mobile, Mercy's mobile, Doom is mobile, Mercy's mobile. I mean Genji's mobile. Sorry, I said Mercy twice, and the Widow is always in the back, so that's why I ulted there. So, all right. Also, your ability is really good against Doomfist. Every time Doom goes in, all in, you throw your ability. Really messes him up really bad. Okay, he's gonna all in, try to punch me back and then overextend and then ult, so we know that. Okay, we do have the pocket sometimes. I really appreciate the Mercy for that. They do have a blade. He's gonna ult. Okay, he got pulled. I think that's why he's mad. Yeah, he's gonna ult soon. We know that for a fact. They have blade, they have tree, they have actually everything really. They just used Valkyrie, so they did, right? Okay, now the Freya is definitely cooked here. There's the blade. Alright, that's one pick. Ana, my Ana's in trouble. Really nice sleep by my Ana. And again, good ability, so the Lifer is definitely cooked. Force the tree out early. Yeah, my ability is definitely going to push him down. No? Crazy. Alright. Well, I'm not sure where that Life Weaver is, but it's personal between me and this Life Weaver, but whatever that they're doing, the enemy team doesn't have any heals. We cut off their entire heals from them, so yeah. That's why I'm staying in the point. Really good decision by me going Ramattra and holding the point really close, so. Great ultimate, we got a lot of value here. Mercy is very low. The Doom definitely is going to be able to have a chance to touch. Not sure if he has ult or not, but he's definitely going to be able to touch. At least the Tracer, for sure, is going to also have the chance to touch. The Mercy's here, so let's try to catch the Mercy off guard. We definitely caught her. She definitely didn't expect that coming, so well played by us. Yeah, like, your Vortex ability is actually really good. I baited that dude. She's taking a bad punch. We also have another ability coming up soon. The Doom is 1 HP. He doesn't have his ult. He's dead. Press on a recall, so now we can use our ability here on the point. So we can cripple her. And yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, because I see a lot of people take the Hog route when it comes to defending this. And Hog, the thing is with Hog, he's not really safe because whenever you defend, your hero picks matters more than attacking, because if you defend with a bad hero, the enemy team can always go back to spawn, switch to your counter, and then get back in again in the fight. And you're gonna be cooked. So you're gonna be giving up free progress on the point without eating any time of their clock, and without really putting up any fight, without charging any ultimate. So like this is why I went for the ramp. For example, I've seen a lot of people go with the Sigma route. Sigma route is not the worst idea, but the thing is, if they go ram, if they go Ryan, you're cooked. If they go ball Doomfist, there's really like odds are they're gonna get like a nasty punch on you and you're gonna be cooked. But if you go Ramattra, you're equipped to deal with different situations. Like if they go Doomfist, you have your ability. if they go Widow, you can poke the Widow. If they go Reinhardt, you actually be able to deal with the Reinhardt. If they go Reaper, you can you know, you can defend Reaper. I've seen people go with the Orisa. Now Orisa is not a bad choice at all. In fact, it's might be one of the cheesy ones. Orisa is always good. But personally, I choose Ramattra here. But sorry, I choked him like.
I understand. Incoming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commence. Execute them all. Escort the payload.
Join me in defending the payload.
Okay, I apologize, guys, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, the last 3 or 4 minutes of the video, my mic stopped working. Now, I muted my mic for like 10 seconds because I was coughing. I was choking on my own spit. TMI, I know. But it stopped working from then, even though when I muted. So I apologize for that. Um, that really sucks. I actually said something good things, but the one thing that I remember, I was, you know, it's important. It's really good to highlight is the video was a little bit on the simpler side because there's really not a lot of complicated things happening. And usually the complicated things happen when you go to, like, you know, when you're in around mid to high diamond, especially when Diva is available. The thing is, when Diva is not banned, when Diva is banned half of the time, really, like, there's not really much of a counterplay that you can offer, because it just all comes back to whoever has the less worse DPS. Because if Diva is available, whoever, like, even if you have a, you know, not the best DPS, you can always contest, pressure the enemy DPS by going Diva, and you can also peel for your supports and stuff like that. But you know, you can also eat ultimates. There's really so many things you can do with Diva that you can't really do much. You can do with other tanks. So, you know, that video is on the simpler side. When you play anything other than Diva, you know, it's important to take your fights when take your fights where you when it benefits your hero. Play to your strength, avoid your weaknesses, and always have the right ability usage and have good positioning. And yeah, boys and girls, enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like the video, if you enjoyed, Sky for new, share with your friends. If you learned, thank you too. And I'm sure you guys will watch the next one. Be to the bye.